Hello, everyone. What's up? We are live at 5. Is it Wednesday? Thursday? Wednesday? It's Wednesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. It's not really a thing this year. I'm Paul Montour.
I'm Beth Stevens.
How you doing, Beth?
You know, hanging in there. I don't know what day it is either.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's matinee day.
Sure.
And we're joined by Caitlin Moynihan, as always. Hi, Caitlin.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
You know, we're hanging in there. We're halfway through another week.
Yep.
Positive.
We are continuing our royalty guest list, right? The guest list is very fancy. Who do we have today on the show?
Jeanna de Waal is here.
Yes.
She played Diana in the Diana musical.
I know. I'm dying to see this show. I hope I get to see it soon. We're going to find out all about what she's been up to. But first, let's talk about the news.
Yes, and we got some exciting news because we have a brand new music to look forward to.
This I didn't see coming. Paul.
What is it? What is it? Tell me.
It's a new musical. It'll be at the Fifth Avenue Theater, and that's in Seattle, where a lot of shows have started, including this season's Mrs. Doubtfire. So,
right, yeah.
It's an important theater, but okay. Let me just get into it. We're going to have a world premiere of a musical called Chili Finger! The musical. Chili Finger! The musical. Now, I don't know if you remember this story, but in 2015 in San Jose, a woman found a severed finger in her Wendy's beef chili. And
I don't know. No, that's a musical? That's a musical.
That's a musical. And it had to do with like nefarious activities. I don't know. There were some sketchy, dodgy people. But this is composed by Martin Lowe, who's the Tony-winning orchestrator of Once and the upcoming musical Sing Street.
Okay.
And, I'm sorry, not 2015, 2005 Crime. So maybe you didn't remember it. That's okay. This will be in the 2020-21 season in Seattle. And they're going to have 6 shows in all. They will also have Evita, Shrek, Godspell, Les Mis, and the show we already discussed, which was Broadway Vacation.
Oh, okay. So they have 2 really cool, crazy musicals. They both seem like they're for the same audience too.
Dark comedies, yeah.
Yeah, and like bros, yeah.
Yes, and this news has me questioning if I can consider myself a little.
Oh, that's cute. So Anika Noni Rose, who of course won a Tony Award for
Caroline or Change.
Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.
Year? I don't know. A while ago.
Before.
Oh, do you really know that? That's impressive.
Well, yes, because it was the same year of Wicked and Avenue Q and Adina and all of that.
Oh, God, it was a big year. That was a big year. So we love her. And of course, she is also known for the Dreamgirls movie. And most important to this news story, she, of course, was the star of Princess and the Frog, the classic Disney musical movie. So anyway, she started a new thing online called Bedtime Stories for the Littles. Everyone is trying to come up with fun things to do from home during this crazy time in our world, and this is a really good one. She's spreading messages of positivity by reading storybooks to kids. This is happening on her Instagram, her IGTV channel, every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. And she's excited to offer some cheer during the challenging time, and she's aiming to provide children with an uplifting alternative to the negative news that they are encountering. I like this. This is a good idea.
Very sweet.
And we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to honor Broadway's best dancers this year.
Yeah, another delay. So the Chita Rivera Awards, which honor dance and choreography, were supposed to happen on May 17th at NYU Skirball Center for the Performing Arts. Now they will be done sometime later in the year. They haven't announced when exactly, but not on May 17th. So all those great dancers and choreographers will still be honored, just probably in the fall or later.
Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, yesterday we talked about the Lortel Awards, and it sounded like they were going to do like a fun online award ceremony. It sounds like it might not be quite that. It might be more like a pre-tape. I don't know. I don't know what they're up to, but it wasn't like my fantasy version of the Tonys where all the nominees were at home in little boxes. And anyway, it's not that.
I'm sorry, it's not your fantasy.
But I'm sure it's still going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our newest edition of Quarantunes is going to have Beetlejuice fans wanting to do yoga.
Yeah, so let's really take a look at this. This is the work of Tug Rice, who, of course, is one of our talented illustrators, and he's been doing these fun Quarantune. He's sort of thinking about what Broadway's characters are doing during this time, and it looks like Beetlejuice has taken up yoga. I mean, okay. You know, we have one of those big balls in our office, remember?
We do.
We do. We have like a big yoga ball in our office. Anyway, yeah, so that's just fun. That's just fun. We have a lot more of these coming up. And I think that's all the news we have for right now. So Beth, I'm going to slide you out. And Caitlin, why don't you tell everyone about who's today's guest? Thank you.
Yes, gladly. Guys, we are continuing this royal reign over at Live at 5 Home Edition today, as we're live on both Facebook and YouTube. We got Jeanna de Waal here with us today. She is, as you guys already know, Princess Diana in Diana, the brand new original musical. She's previously appeared on Broadway, Kinky Boots, and American Idiot. You guys can follow her on Instagram at the Big Deval, but it's spelled with a W-A-A-L. Not wall. Wall. It's very fancy. Leave all of your questions down in the comments below for us to ask her later. And please welcome Jeanna and Paul.
I love it. It's a hi, Jeanna. How are you?
I'm good.
I love how your name requires a lot of explaining. I like that though.
Yeah.
Once I learned how to say it, it felt like I had like inside information. So I'm glad I know now. How the last time I saw you, you were dressed up beautifully. We did a show people interview. Then you're a little more casual today. You still look lovely.
My own hair and makeup.
You look great. You look fantastic. How you doing? How you holding up?
I'm okay. Last night would have been our opening night, so we had a virtual party with all the cast, which was lovely to see everyone's faces.
Well, tell me about it. So what did you do? You just did a big group
We did a big group thing. People spoke. The producer said when we open, not if we open. So that was a relief to hear.
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, because everyone's kind of just sort of like going through this together and kind of figuring out what the next day will bring, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so you were at the Longacre Theater, and how far into you were like a few previews in, right?
We were in our second week, so we'd had one sort of great week with all steams ahead, and then that second week was that weird, bizarre week where everything started to be cancelled with big events and all those sort of things. And it was the Thursday that we literally went in that day. I had a sad feeling that day going in. Everything had been cancelled, and yeah, they told us that day and that night it was dark. It just like that.
Yeah, just like that. How were you feeling? I was hearing great things about the show. Just like, there was already some great buzz building about it.
I was feeling great. I had some friends who'd already checked it out and they'd said nice things. And the people at stage door were saying nice things. And we already had people who'd come a few times. And I was feeling really great about it all.
Your former American Idiot buddy, Alicia Umfris, lost her mind.
She told you?
She loved it. Oh, yeah, she loved it. Yeah, she posted about it, too. She loved it. Yeah, she had a great time. I forget what she said. She was like a blend of shows. One of them was Evita. One of them was Evita, but I forget what she said. She blended like all the, and it made me want to see it.
Yeah.
So
the only thing she said, she was like, but the marketing needs to be neon because it's so much fun. And you think it's going to be so serious, but it's actually so much fun. So I shared that with the producer.
Neon.
I didn't really pass up.
Sure, neon. Well, yeah, because it is. It's Princess Diana. A lot of people maybe assume that it's going to be this very sort of serious thing, but it's rock and roll and it's punk. There's some punk in there, and it's like really like a British rock kind of thing.
And it's quite camp. It's quite camp.
Yeah. So you haven't been with the wig. You didn't bring the wig home, right? I mean, you haven't been like Princess Diana.
No, okay. No, I did not. No.
Spending time apart from the wig for a little bit. Yeah. And the costumes, I heard the costumes are amazing too. They might be long. You were in a whole moment, and now you're in like comfortable clothes.
Yeah, now we're hoping I'm still going to fit into all those costumes after quarantinis every night.
I'm sure this is a concern a lot of Broadway performers are having.
I know, it's literally the thing I'm most concerned about.
So, Gina, what did you do today? Tell me a little bit. Give me a snapshot into your life right now.
So remember last time we were together, I told you about Broadway Weekends.
Yeah, that's like your business with your sister.
Yeah, so we've been running online classes.
Oh, amazing!
And they're packed. So we just we had 3 classes already today. We have another one this evening. The Mamma Mia workshop was completely sold out, so we had 4 classes today. Broadway Weekends at Home is the Facebook group if you want to join.
Okay.
3 classes. And then I went for a little walk on the beach with my family.
Oh, so where are you?
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, okay, you're in New Jersey. Okay, cool. So people can go on the group and find out more and
we have
figure out how to become
from stage management to reading music to dance to singing through acting through song, everything. Like 4 or 5 classes a day.
Do you see the students?
Yeah, we can see them. It's Zoom, so we can see them.
Okay, so if I don't want to take a dance class with you then.
You can turn the camera off.
Can there be an anonymous option?
Yes,
okay. Okay, maybe I'll consider it. And how's your family? How's your sister? And
they're fine. They're all fine. Yep. Everyone's ticking along just fine.
Yeah.
We're a bit scared about my boyfriend because he was tested positive, but now they've relaxed.
So he's good now?
Yeah.
And also David Bryan, the composer of Bon Jovi fame, of Diana, he also tested positive. I know he came out with that. Yeah. And so you saw him yesterday online?
I saw him on the virtual opening night party.
Okay. What exactly happened at the virtual opening night? There were speeches, and were people like toasting champagne, or what was?
There were speeches, toasting of champagnes, and it was kind of a cacophony of mess because there was like 80 people and no one knew how to mute. But like, how have we not done a Zoom call up until now? But it seemed like no one knew what to do. And then it all sort of broke off into after parties.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm into the house party now.
Oh my God, that's where we had the after party. It's the best. It's amazing.
Beth invited me, and I'm finally in it. I'm finally up. I get it. I know why the kids like it. I did chips and guac. I'm in. I get it. I'm in. I'm totally in. I love it. So, you're a one thing I really liked about interviewing you on Show People. Check out that episode. Wait, did the episode it went up? Yeah, it's out there. So it's so funny. I filmed so many episodes that didn't go live yet. So stay tuned. Just wait. But you have a really healthy. We talked a lot about your career and sort of the ups and downs of your career and sort of the journey of your career. And you have a really healthy attitude about your career now and sort of like the expectations of what a role will bring you and what a job will bring you. So I was thinking about you today, and I was like, I'll bet that like she's actually, knowing what I know about you, I bet that like this is sort of like a good dropped in moment for you, and I'm sure you're not freaking out about it. Or am I just giving you too much credit?
Yeah, no, I'm not freaking out. I mean, I'm freaking a bit more about my stock portfolio, but that's another day.
That's different. Yeah.
It will happen, and we're ready to go. We've got our theater. We've raised our money. The show is ready. The show is great. So yeah, this is a really annoying pause. And obviously the main focus, as I sort of joked about, but I am being serious, is staying mentally and physically ready and not sort of, coming back with no voice and 10 pounds overweight, but really staying ready as I was at the start of rehearsals. And I'm joking, but really the most important thing. And then in the meantime, I'm so grateful that, my company's giving me something to do every day. I mean, it's been really fun to be like, what the hell do we do now? We've had to cancel all of our live camps, for months. And so this online thing sort of started as, well, let's give it a go. And it's sort of blossomed in the first 12 days. What are we in now? Like second week of it.
It's very similar to why we do this. It's something good to like do every day and just sort of like keep a schedule to it all.
Yeah.
So what have you been like binging or reading, or how are you? We all have a lot of like free time, bonus time thrown at us right now.
Yeah. I try to read. I'm the worst reader in the world. I wish I was better at it, but my brain just wanders, and so I'm trying to read a little bit every day. But if I manage 2 pages, I've done well.
Hey, I give you credit. I give you credit for 2 pages. That's fine.
Yeah, I've binged the same things everyone's binged. So the Tiger. King and all that. But yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. Honestly, I don't know. Family time, talking with my family. Yeah, time goes.
Do you sort of like does the show when you're preparing a Broadway show, you're rehearsing it nonstop. You've had a history with this show now. Then you get into the rhythm. You're rehearsing during the day, doing the show at night. Does the show stay with you during this time? Do you think about the show? Or are you sort of like, do you feel like when you go back into the show, you'll have like a new energy to it? I was thinking that first night back on Broadway, everyone's going to be so lit. It's just going to be like the energy is going to be so amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's almost the same with the gap between La Jolla and Broadway. It's not that you're like dwelling on it every day, but you like when you rethink about things, there's definitely a fresh perspective having had a little break from it. So yeah, I think this will be I always think a little bit of breath and brain space does wonders to anything you're working on. So
yeah. What's your dream role besides Diana? Don't say
I was going to say probably Diana. So someone asked me this the other day. So I'm going to give you a repeat interview answer, but I kind of like my answer. So it's not been written yet, but if someone wrote a show about Marlene Dietrich.
Right. Marlene Dietrich.
Because she was sort of in the roaring 20s. So everything was free and liberal and all this stuff. There's the rise of the Nazis at the time. And she was in the ensemble of musicals until she was, 31 or something. And then she had this massive break and became this international star. But then there's got to be so many great stories about being, an ensemble member until you're 31 is very relatable. And sort of in this very liberal time when there's this rise of sort of supremacy. I mean, I just think there's so many amazing parallels that that could be drawn on in it. I think it would make for a great show. So I hope someone writes that, and I hope they cast me.
That seems like a no-brainer. Why don't we write it over the quarantine? I feel like that doesn't seem like that. That just seems like something we need, right? Yeah. Hey, Caitlin, I'm gonna pop you back in. Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Loving it.
I'm getting the stripes of the two of you are like. No, I didn't get that memo, by the way. Hey, Caitlin, what are the fans online asking, Jeanna?
Yeah, so alpha_goddess on YouTube wants to know what was the best part or thing you learned about Princess Diana while doing this show?
I think the best part was how she wasn't sort of the end product wasn't the start of the product. She was a really vulnerable, shy, insecure, didn't know what she was doing, went down the wrong holes for a minute and all those sort of things. And, we obviously now know her as this huge role model and sensation, but she wasn't always that person. And even someone as internationally well known as her was allowed to have her own time of sort of, flummoxing and being like, I don't know how to handle, and I think that's a really inspiring lesson that it can all turn out in the end. Yeah. All turn out right.
I love that. So Letitia also would like you to talk a little bit more about what it was like working with David Bryan. What's it like involved in that atmosphere?
First of all, did you get any like amazing Bon Jovi concert tickets?
We did. We went to them at Madison Square Gardens. It was amazing. He was the literal best. I mean, he is. They say that the best male bosses are dads, and I think that's a perfect example of that, where he's so nurturing. He's so nurturing and so caretaking. And he's absolutely just a cheerleader. I see him when we do the run-throughs. He's also watching every single rehearsal we do, whether that's a dance workshop that takes 8 hours to make up 16 counts. He's literally there every day, just absolutely cheerleading everyone on his team, and he's the best. I fight for him to the end.
What's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
Living on a Prayer, obviously.
Obviously.
You said it wouldn't be a quiz. That was a quiz.
Amazing. So Larissa on YouTube, she says the costumes are breathtaking.
I heard this too.
What is it like being able to wear like Ivy Long creations and kind of recreate Diana's look, because she's a fashion icon?
It's amazing. I mean, he builds clothes that make you look so much better than you are. that starts with the undergarments. I'm literally wearing the crazy amount of undergarments to like shape me in the most perfect way, but you move and feel and carry yourself like you're wearing, the most fabulous outfits, which you are, which not only were built on these amazing outfits, but then they were customized for your body. So, it's a perfect example of non-reality. You couldn't dress like that every day.
So we have something to look for when we go see the show. Is there a favorite? I know there's a song about a costume. I don't know if that's your favorite thing, but is there a specific thing that you really like wearing? Yes,
there is. I wear it for about 6 seconds, which is the case with a lot of my outfits. I wear them all for 6 to 9 seconds, but I do have a favorite.
What does it look like? What is it?
It's pink and red, and it has a big hat.
Great. Fabulous. Love it.
I love it. So kind of going back to Broadway Weekends and like teaching people stuff. Sedona Crawford wants to know, what is your go-to audition song?
I tend to not have a go-to. I mean, I have a go-to audition song if I don't know or I don't really respond to the audition material that well, then I'll kind of go to, which always tends to be All Right Now by The Free. I've sung it literally since I was like 17. But I tend to try and, really, because if you really come up with something that I think speaks to the material, kind of it would be something they would write for that show. So rather than going to a go-to audition, I kind of tend to be like, right, if I was, and have a fresh thought.
Cool.
Sorry, we're going to go back to costumes one more time because now a lot of people are asking, like Shane wants to know, what is your fastest quick change?
I believe it is 12 seconds.
And how many people are helping you do that? Just like
there are 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is it on stage? It must be on stage.
No, it's backstage. It's
like close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's that's the quick. Well, I'm not sure which. Yeah, but I think it's like 12 seconds. Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's like someone whips the wig off my head and sticks a bottle of water in my mouth, and like I'm just pulls my bra off, pulls my pants up. It's crazy.
It must be exhilarating to be in the middle of that.
Stand there, try not to move while everyone else moves
around.
Yeah,
literally.
Amazing. I think we have time for one more question. And Daniel O'Connor wants to know, what are your top musical theater songs?
Oh, that's hard.
Okay, I'm terrible with names, but what's the song was like, I dim the light and think about you, have sleepless nights to think about, Losing My Mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, oh gosh, I'm so bad at quizzes. I'm Losing My Mind. I'm going to go from I'm Here from Color Purple.
Oh, okay.
Which I really want to do it Broadway backwards, but I've been told that is not appropriate and I can't do.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to go with the opening from Diana. Why not?
Oh, yeah, that's the song.
Underestimated.
I've had that song stuck in my head. It's the only song I need to see this show.
It's the only one we've really plugged, but there's so many good songs in the show.
I know. I need to see it. I want to see it. So get back there.
I know.
Do that thing. Put that wig back on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide that back in to say goodbye. Best of luck. Enjoy the beach. I'm glad you're near a beach. That's exciting. That's lovely.
Yes.
You're getting a lot of salt air and taking it in. And
yeah, it was lovely. Today was the first time we've been, but it was really nice. We're going to try and go more regularly.
Cool. And the weather's starting to turn. So.
Yes.
So there you go. Well, we can't wait for your actual opening night, but I'm glad you had a virtual opening night. And thank you for joining us. And Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
I'm back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today as we continue our Live at 5 Home Edition series here live on both Facebook and YouTube. You can listen to us where we get your podcasts by searching